Hey, are you ready to make some do-it-yourself egg carton animals? It's a fun upcycled Easter craft. We're going to use paper from my scrap paper stash, and we're going to upcycle egg cartons. The first thing I'm going to do is cut apart a few of my egg cartons. Please forgive me for the sound this makes. I hate the sound of styrofoam, but here we go. I'm going to cut them apart into single little cups. Then I'm going to trim off some of this edge. So I've got pink, white, and kind of a turquoise blue. Let's make a bird. I'm going to use one of the blue cups for this. And I just saw this paper, which I think I'm going to try to use, and want to use this design for the tips of my wings. I'm going to make 2 wings and a tail. So I'm going to bend this in half and cut 2 wings at the same time and catch this on the end of the wings. I'm going to try making kind of this V shape, kind of halfway between a V and a U. I'm going to make the wing about that long, and then I'm going to make a little tab so I can glue it onto my foam cup. And I don't really have a pattern for this, so I'm going to show you what I'm cutting out. So these are going to be my 2 wings. I'm going to fold this little flat back on each of them, and I'm going to use that to glue this onto the bird. I'm going to make the top part of the wing a little flatter, like that. And I think I'm going to cut a few little feathers in this. So if my wing goes like that, I'm going to cut like some little V's into it to make it look like it's wings and feather tips on the end. I'm going to try using tacky glue to put these on, and I'm going to put that on either side of the bird. This flat spot is going to be the front of my bird. And let's try this. So you folded that flat back, and there it goes on the side of the bird. There's one wing, and here's a second wing. Okay, so far so good. I'm going to set that down for a minute and make a tail. So I think I'm just going to cut it out of this same paper. I've just cut a little rectangle and I've fanned it out on either end. And you don't have to have this kind of paper. It's okay, whatever paper you have. I'm going to make some little clips, V clips into the end to make it look like feathers again. I may even cut some little clips into this and curl these up just slightly, so that the tail feather kind of looks like it's coming up a bit. I'm going to fold the end down. Oh, I think that's kind of cute. What do you think? I'm going to glue that to the back so it's coming up out of the back and kind of shows from the front when we look at it. So I'm going to put some glue here on this little folded part. I call it a tab. But that's what I can use then to glue it onto the bird. I'm going to put it on this back part right here and hold it for a second. You know what? I think I'm going to put something on the top of its head too. How about a little bit of this paper right here? I'm going to fold it in half. All right, you're going to have to help me think about this. I wish you were here to talk to. thinking of a little, whoops, turning them upside down. Thinking about like if it's a bluebird, how it has a little bit of a crest that comes up. So how about if I make it kind of up, and then I'm going to make some little clips into it, and fold this paper out on either side so I have something to glue to. Set that on top. We'll see how it works. Glue that to the top of the bird. All right, now I'll put on a beak and some googly eyes. If you don't have googly eyes, that's okay. You could use 2 little round pieces of white paper and then just draw a little dot in the center. You can come up with your own ideas too, or even draw on with a permanent marker. For my beak, I'm going to use this orange paper that I have in my stash, and I'm going to fold it in this little piece in half, and I'm going to cut a triangle out with the fold being the bottom part of my triangle. And then this beak will open up when I put it on the bird. I'll show you what I mean here. Okay, so now I cut that little triangle out, and there's the fold. So when I open it up, there's a beak. All right, let's see it. It's probably too, oh, I like that. I thought it was going to be too big, but I think I'm going to go ahead and use it. So I'm going to put glue on the bottom part of the beak here and put it on the bird. And there he has a little open beak. And now I'm going to put 2 googly eyes right on top. Okay. I've got my googly eyes ready to go. So there's our little bird. What do you think? I like him. Let's make a bunny out of a pink foam egg carton cup. I'm going to try the ears first. Okay, I think I'm going to try putting them down through the top of the cup. So I want 2 ears that are the same. So I'm going to fold my paper in half, and I'm going to make them out of this paper that is in my stash, but it is a cardstock, so I think it'll stand up nicely. I'm going to make a little tab at the bottom because that's going to fit down into the top of the cup, and then I'm going to make them like long leaves. So they go up and down like that, and this is going to be my tab at the bottom. Okay, so we're going to cut that out and give it a try. I'm going to put pink centers in the ears, and this I think will be a good paper. So I'm going to draw the shape of one of the ears here just to give me an idea of how big it is. So I just traced around it. So I folded it in half so I can make 2 at one time, and I'm going to cut this smaller than the ear. It's just going to be kind of a little pink oval that I'm going to glue inside of the ear. That's cute. I'm going to try slipping them down into the top of the cup, and I'm using an X-Acto knife. You could also glue these to the back of the cup, which would work just fine as well. So I'm going to cut a little slit that goes across the top, and I'm going to stick this through this side, stick this through here. Oh my goodness, that worked perfectly. Next I'm going to make a face. And I'm going to start by making an oval shape here. So I'm going to draw an oval. And this is going to be what I use to put the nose on. So it's kind of like the lower part of the bunny's face. Okay, I'm going to kind of bend it in a circular shape so it'll hug that little cup better. But before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and draw my whiskers on here. And I found that I had a little pink pom-pom, and I'm going to use that for the nose. But if you don't have a pink pom-pom, you could just cut a piece of pink paper in a triangle shape and put it at the top of this nose. So I'm going to draw some whiskers. And I haven't decided if I'm going to draw a mouth on there or not. I might glue it on and then see what I think. Okay, so let's put the face on. And I'm going to go ahead and put on my googly eyes next. And then put the pom-pom in between them for the nose. I just love googly eyes so much. They are just so fun. They sometimes have a little bit of a mind of their own though. Okay, now we're going to glue that pom-pom on for a nose. Oh boy, that's cute. And a little triangle would work also. I also found that I had a white pom-pom, and I'm going to put that on the back, of course, of the bunny for its tail. But you could also put a cotton ball back there, which would be really cute. Aw, there's his little tail. I'm going to cut 2 feet out of the same white paper. I'm just going to draw these little 3-toed feet, and I just did 2 of them. And then I'm going to glue this little part under the bunny, like that. What do you think of that? These little paws, and glue them right underneath here. And there's our little bunny guy. Let's make a chick out of a white foam egg carton cup. I don't have yellow. I wish I did. And so I'm going to use a yellow marker to make some little marks on here to make it look like feathers. We have a yellow foam cup now. Woohoo! Now I found this piece of scrap paper that I thought would look cute as wings. It's supposed to be a chick, so I'm going to make its wings smaller, and I'm going to make them more like straight on the top, and then kind of a scoop on the bottom, and then I'll make a little tab here to glue it on with, like I did last time. Since I've got it folded in half, I'm making 2 just the same at the same time. I'm going to cut little V's in the end here to make it look like feathers. And get some tacky glue on there on both of those tabs. And I'll glue 1 to each side of the bird. Okay, so 1 over here and 1 over here. Okay, we're going to make its little tail. And the chick's tail is also a little shorter. So I'm just going to cut maybe a kind of a triangle with a flat end. It's going to be smaller. Little feathers on the end by making little V's. And fold the end down and then glue it to the back. These are fun. There's so many different animals you could make. I'm just trying to make things I thought would be cute for Easter. Now I'll make a small beak and put googly eyes on front. Some more of this orange paper. Remember, we folded that in half and then cut a triangle shape with the bottom folded edge not getting cut so that the beak would open up for the bird. Glue that bottom part of the beak to the face, and then we'll add our googly eyes. 2 spots of glue. I'm putting them pretty close together there. Oh, I'll put some little orange feet on this one. Little more of this orange paper here. So I'll fold it in half, and a chick's feet. Let's see, they have the 3 toes, I think. So since I'm tucking it inside the front of the foam, I'm going to put my glue on the front of the flap. And then tuck it underneath the chick and glue it to the front of the foam like that. There, that makes it look a little more like a chicken. We'll have little orange feet like that. I'm just having way too much fun. So the last thing that we're going to make is not an animal. It's going to be a little basket. We're going to turn this direction instead of upside down, and we're going to put a little handle on it, and then we can use this for a favor for our Easter table if we'd like. Actually, any of these would be very cute, sitting on a plate or next to a plate. So I'm just going to use some of the same paper that we just used a minute ago. I'm just going to use this edge for my handle. And I'm going to glue this to the inside of the basket. This is such a simple little craft. It goes together so quickly. So here is the handle. But I'm going to put a little couple flowers or something on the front of the basket as well. So I'm going to start with a circle. And then just cut some little little dips around to make it look like petals. Nothing very fancy. Cut a little leaf. A little teardrop shape, kind of. And I'll glue that on and then put the flower with it. And put our round center on there. Put a little Easter grass inside. And some candy eggs. And put it next to our plate. There we go. That would make a cute little favor to have next to the plate. These do-it-yourself egg carton animals are truly a fun upcycled Easter craft. For more fun Easter ideas, come on over to Welcome to Nana's and join the fun. So you know you're a crafter when you purchase your eggs so you get a certain color of egg carton.